Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am here to share my unboxing. I just got it in the mail. The Meaningful Flowers for August of 2023. So the only thing I have done is taken off the wrap. But before we open this box, I want to thank those of you who are my subscribers. Thank you so much for your support and watching this video. And if you are brand new to my channel, or maybe you've seen a few but have yet to subscribe, I would really appreciate if you would hit the subscription button below. I will be sharing alternates that I make with this kit, as well as I share other paper crafting ideas using Stampin' Up! Products. So if I didn't say, I am Robin Carter out of Flower Mound, Texas, and we're here to do our unboxing. So let's get started. All right, so we get a pretty peacock ink spot. Now this is a returning ink spot from the new color refresh they just did. So if you don't have this from years before, you will have a new one of these. And then as they told us, we get 2 stamp sets. So what I like to tell everyone before you even put your kit away, maybe you don't have time to work on it right now, but always test your stamp sets. That way you know for sure that all the images are etched well, because Stampin' Up! Will only guarantee these stamps for 90 days from when you get it. So I'm going to grab a large ink pad. I happen to have on my desk Misty Moonlight. And so I'm just going to, what I do to test them, especially these, is I just take off the flimsy part. Now this was a distinctive stamp. Now going straight to ink and this paper that was my mailing label, I know it's not going to get a beautiful image, but I just want to make sure it's all etched well. So there is our distinctive one, and like I said, I don't expect it to ink really well on this type of paper, as well as going straight to the ink pad. I'm looking for my chamois. I may just have to use my scrub. Now I do love my Stampin' scrub, especially on these detailed stamps, like distinctive stamps, because it gets really into the grooves. So if this is a good thing to add for Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So there's a little drops here for the wet side and a little sunshine for the dry side. So if you already have inked it with the Stampin' Mist, you can always refresh it with just water, or you can mix. Now this is it comes in a larger bottle now. I happen to have mine from years ago with the small bottle. So I just do a little mixture of both, and then you can take your stamps straight to here. And this gets really into the grooves versus the chamois. So just going to rub that around over here. All right, so that one is okay, and here's the little flimsy part to put back over the top. And now we need to test this, the one that comes in the kit. Oh, I like the flowers already, I can tell. So I'm just going to ink with my large ink pad. Hopefully I got it all. Let's make sure I got the leaf. And then go straight to the back of my mailing label. I can already see I didn't get some ink on the B. But if you're unsure, like that one didn't get the B, go ahead and ink that stamp again, just to make sure it wasn't a defective stamp. All right, so that did get the whole thing. So my stamps appear to be fine. So I'm going to clean this one with the wet and then the dry. All right, so my stamps are fine. Now, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, one thing that I give everyone is a plastic sleeve to store their their stamps in. Now, it will have the name and a little cover. Let me get one. So this is what you will get, the envelope as well as the picture of your stamp set, so that you can store these to use for years to come. So I also give a 1-inch ink spot. This is Night of Navy. not an ink spot, a 1-inch cardstock piece so that you can put it here on your spot. Because I recommend you store your spots upside down, and look, my fingers are already blue. But that way you're stored upside down so that your ink is on the top of your ink spot. So with my blue fingers, let me see if I can squirt some water on my fingers and maybe have a little paper towel somewhere. All right, I don't know if that'll work, but I know it comes off when I shampoo my hair this evening, so we'll just deal with my blue fingers. All right, so back to the unboxing. All right, and I just kind of grab it, flip it, and get the box out of the way. And when you flip it, that's where your instructions are. So it comes in the box this side up, but your instruction sheet is here. So let's bust into there was not another ad. So in the past, they have included another flyer promoting the next month kit, and I don't recall one last month, and I didn't get one this month. All right, so I did at least wipe my finger so that hopefully it won't transfer to anything. Okay, so we get tear and tape and some baker's twine. We get some pretty embellishments. They're kind of clear. And Stampin' Dimensionals. All right, I'm going to be real careful because I don't think my fingers are inky. But anyway, so we should have 4 of these. These are like card front pieces. And they are blank on the back. So this is for our lotus. I think I'm saying that right. And then we get a bunch of these. Oh, that's the card base, actually. Okay, so these are a top fold. And let's look at the coordinating colors. That looks like Orchid Oasis to me. So the coordinating colors are on the back of your instruction sheet. They are Bubble Bath, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Melon Mambo, Misty Moonlight, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, and Tahitian Tide. So some beautiful colors. I think this is Orchid Oasis. And on the back, as they told us, this has the meaning of the lotus flower. So I'm not going to read it to you. You can read, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these to go with the lotus. Now I'm going to go ahead and put mine in some little organizing envelopes that I like to use in my craft room. So these are part of what I call my favorite things. And my favorite things are items that Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry, but I like to use them in my craft room to keep me organized. And the list of my favorite things, I will have these in the description box of this video. So these are the 5x7 envelopes, as well as I have these in my favorite things too. This is the small envelope. All right, let's see the envelopes. I'm afraid with just that little pretty flower, we're not going to have much, but let's see. Oh, we do have some color. So I'm going to go ahead and open one of these up so we can see exactly what we have to work with for alternates. Get my Stampin' trimmer. All right, so this is how I open the envelopes. Cut little piece of Very Vanilla there. I hope I'm in the frame. So I just take a small sliver, and if you're going to push your blade down toward you, put your paper at the bottom. That way it won't shift. And then I flip it and do the other side by pushing into this. So always, if you're cutting up, let me get this in the frame. You want your paper to rest against this solid piece. That way you don't end up accidentally your paper moving and getting a crooked cut. Okay, so there is the inside of one envelope. This is what it looked like on the outside. And let's grab the other one. So here is the other one. Oh no, yay! Stuff to work with this month. Yeah, last month was very challenging, so I didn't do a lot. Apologies for the lack of videos. But I'm really excited. This month we'll have these envelopes to work with. All right, nice. All right, so we can either ungummy that and use that or cut it off and just use part of that. So yay, I'm excited about that. All right, so those are our envelopes. And here's the front of them, the lotus ones. And then the, forgot what these are, forget-me-not flowers. And that leads us to our next base. And you know what? I've got to get out my other long envelopes. Hold on, I don't have one ready. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things too. And these are 7 by 9. And so I just kind of stole from one since it was close. I usually pre-cut and score card bases, and I keep those in there. They hold the memories and more cards and envelopes. And brand new, which I can show you the product. This is going to be coming in the mini catalog. Look at these beautiful cards and envelopes. This was just kind of not something I planned on showing, but I thought I might as well. So look, it's gold, and it's gold on both sides. So you can cut those in half for a card front and double them. So those are beautiful. I'm looking forward to working with those. All right, so back. So these are the 7 by 9 envelopes. So I store my stuff in here. They don't fit the envelopes open, but they fit them flat like that. All right, so this is the forget-me-not. And it's a weird, so it's not a full card. It has the definition here and the flowers here and a pretty base here. So I'm thinking we can cut this all up and get multiple cards. All right, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll get notified when I post my alternate videos. All right, and then we have some labels, and I'm going to put those in with these so they don't get lost. That's just 5 labels. All right, here we have pretty die cuts. Now, when you take out your die cuts, be careful that you don't tear it. And occasionally you'll get little nibs like that. And I like to trim those off just so it's flat. Don't cut your flower like I almost did. So that's a pretty piece. We have 4 of those. And then, now these look like colored vellum. And they're little lily pads to go with your lotus flowers. So I was thinking we weren't going to have much to work with when I looked at the paper pumpkin, how they made theirs, but I think we are. And then here are the pre-stamped lotus flowers with a lily pad. And so same thing, they punch out pretty easy. And so that's a pretty color. Now these are kind of big, so they're going to have to go in with these card bases. And these can go in with the other. So that is everything included. So be sure and, like I said, subscribe so you can see any alternates that I do. As I see now, I have more stuff to work with this month. And there wasn't a promotion for next month's paper pumpkin, but I will have that on my website, the little picture they give us for marketing to put, and it actually shows us the stamp and shows more than they usually show. So check out my blog. It's RobinsCreations.wordpress.com. And if you do not have a paper pumpkin demonstrator or a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would appreciate if you would subscribe through me, Robin Carter, and I will have a link in the description box below of how to get started with your first kit. So there is no commitment. You can subscribe for 1 month, cancel if you're not happy with it. You can also suspend for months if you're going to be out, or it just seems you're out of time and want to put a hold on your subscription. Now you have to do that each month because it will automatically return to active. If you suspend, it'll return to active on the 1st. Cancel means it's not going to renew. So think about those things. And also, I want to point out that when you prepay for Paper Pumpkin subscriptions, they come in 1, 3, 6, and 12 months. those can count towards your hostess rewards. And the same, you'll get a code through email and you'll enter in that code, and you can still suspend months. You don't have to use them. Say you got 6 months. It doesn't have to be the next 6 months after you put the code in. You can suspend if you need to. So if you have any questions, please be sure to leave me a comment below, and I do read them all and like to get back to you. So anyway, that's all I have to share today. I look forward to hopefully getting started on alternates with this maybe this weekend. And thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. Hope you get your kits soon. Bye-bye.